Guys, I'm playing with the light. Let me see. Let me get this lighting where I want it. I don't want it too dark, because too dark and then you get that. Too bright and you get shine. That's about perfect right there. Takes the shadows off. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about Anza knives. A lot of guys love Anza knives. A lot of people love them. They can't go wrong with them. Good solid fixed blade. So let's take a look at them. And this is kind of a special one. This is a special Anza. This was my father's. So let's get this set up and let's go ahead and take a look at an Anza knife. If you're wearing headphones, turn them down because here comes the music. So guys, shot that intro, had to take a break, had a migraine start, and so we're now back. So what are we talking about? We're talking about Anza knives. Now, let's do a little history on this. So Anza Knives is a company that was formed by a guy named Charlie Davis, who was originally from Ohio, by the way. I have met the man, I've been to the shop here in California, as a matter of fact, not that far from here. He is out in the back part of San Diego County as you start to head east. But Charlie and his wife, if you ever hear his story, he did a video where he talks about him and his wife. He worked for another knife company, and he doesn't ever disclose where it was. I would imagine that I have an idea. But anyway, he worked for there from like 1960s until like 1980-ish. And him and his wife decided they sold everything they owned. They got on the road. They started going to gun shows and sharpening knives, making knives for shows. And he was looking for a readily available source of high carbon steel they could probably get fairly cheap. So what he bought was old used files, because high carbon steel, it's an easy source. All you have to do is retemper it. You can get it fairly cheap because old busted up like crappy files, you can probably get them at estate sales for next to nothing. That's how he started. And what he makes are fixed blade knives out of files, and they do good work. They are rustic. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're rustic. I've never seen one that didn't have an issue, but for what they are, these are workhorse knives. So the one we're gonna look at today is a rather large one. When I flip it around, I'll tell you what the model is, because I have their site pulled up so you can see the different models. These are hand ground, handmade. They use some unique materials. Like I said, they use files, but this is countertop material. This is like the countertop material that you'd use for making countertops and things like that. But they are retempered high carbon steel files. So, unique backstory. The guy's from Ohio. He is a unique character. He acts like a lot of people that you would run into back where I live. I enjoyed talking to him. I'm trying to get a chance to go up and get a video of what they do in the shop. I think it'll be unique because it's a different style knife making than what you've seen me do or some of the other handmade custom knives. They produce a lot of items, all by hand, all US made. And so what we'll do is we'll just turn this around. We'll take a good close look at my father's Anza knife that he won in a contest. So, guys, I went on their website. I looked. I did not see this model anywhere. They do, however, have a lot of models that are not images of on their website. But like I said, you can see this is an outdoor style. This is almost maybe a Bowie style. Handles on it are made. Like I said, this is basically the same material you'd make countertops out of. And like I said, you can still see the file pattern here. It was a file and has been ground out. These knives, I'm not gonna lie, these knives are rustic and well built and outdoors. They have some issues, as you can see. here. Way worse than ProTech, but you know, for what it is, as rustic as it is. They like to say that their knives are made for collectors, built for users and made and used by workers. That's what they have on our website. But this one was a custom. This was a custom deal that my dad won this in some contest at some knife show, and they etched his initials into this. So this is basically a file that they've retempered and then ground. It does have a fairly good hollow grind. It's ground fairly well. And these, I'm not gonna lie, these are sharp. These are sharp. I won't ever sharpen this. I don't want to do anything to it. My father never sharpened it, never used it. So this is something I'm gonna keep as a keepsake, mainly because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, as much as my father were very similar in many ways, we did not share the same taste in cutlery. This knife does not feel as comfortable in my hand as it would. I've handled his other one, the small one. And I do get what some people are saying about like being off-put by finger grooves. I tried to keep my knife as finger grooveless as possible. But like I said, the fact that they make all of these by hand and they make large numbers of them is fairly impressive. Like I say, he started, you can see that there's some rust. This sat in our basement at our house in Ohio. I'm gonna try and see if I can't get this up to Anza to get them to clean this up. But basically my dad won this, it never got used. But you can see, like this is, like you're gonna have it's gonna be a hard push to ruin this knife. They all come with really nice sheaths. And like I said, the idea of taking old files and old rasps and making them into knives is not a new thing. Sorry, migraine medicine makes me sleepy and I'm yawning. But what, you know, it does make a unique knife, and the fact that they, you know, people have been doing that for years, taking old, you know, woodworker's rasp and then retemper it and then turn it into a knife, because you don't waste not, want not. That was the old school mantra. But these guys are the only guys that are doing it on like a mass scale. You can get these. Like right now, they got like 450 items available in their catalog that you can order and purchase, and they have stuff that's ready now. And you always see these shows, and they're like ubiquitous for the outdoorsman. A lot of guys love these knives. My buddy Rich loves his little one. My mom has my dad's other Anza, smaller one with a shorter blade. So I mean, there's not a lot to look at here. I mean, you're looking at full tang construction, hand ground, hand sharpened. You can still see the actual file pattern in the steel. They leave a lot of it there. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. But yeah, I mean, these are not expensive knives by any stretch of the imagination. In actuality, I think most of the knives I saw on their website were in the $150 range. So let's turn this around and we'll finish talking about it. Guys, if I start yawning a lot, I apologize. That migraine medicine makes me incredibly sleepy, and the headache is gone, but now I'm starting to have that backside. I really just want to go and lay down for a little bit kind of effect going on. So, but Anza knives are not really something that I would carry. I'm no longer the outdoorsman. I mean, like if I was spend time with David hiking with a Viking up in, you know, Idaho and places like that, going on a deer hunt, which there's a possibility that may occur sometime. I just can't draw a bow. I have to use a crossbow. I just can't. Doesn't happen anymore. But like if I was still the hunter outdoors guy, then yes, I definitely would want something like this. Not necessarily this particular knife. Well, this would be a good outdoor knife. The only problem that you're going to have with any of this stuff, with these knives, is they are very, very prone to rusting and corroding. Like 3V, 4V bad, yeah, like that. This is actually stayed oiled, as you can see, and you saw in the video. I keep it oiled, and it still has rusted. So if you have one of these, what I would recommend is coat this blade really well with some oil, wrap it in something that breathes, and leave it oiled and keep it out of its sheath. If you have any way possible just to put this so that it's open to the air and oiled and not in the sheath, that's gonna preserve your knife for a while. Sheaths have a tendency to draw damp and draw moisture, and then you get what you see here, which is some serious oxidation on that, and which I'm really kind of sad about because this knife was pristine the last time I saw it. But Anza knives, they do really good work. They take custom orders. They will do stuff like that. Like if you, as a gift, if you want to put something on it like that, they'll do it. And it came out, it looks, I have no idea what they used. No idea what they used. I have heard rumors, though, that it's possible that they just used plain old yellow mustard to establish patterns like that. So, I mean, you can see it's something liquid that has left that mark on that steel. But they are really good. High carbon steel. They take a super keen edge. They hold that edge well. They cut well. And I'm not gonna lie, the edge angle they put on this is, it's really shallow and it cuts really well. It's a very aggressive cutting knife. The other Anzas that I've sharpened are like that. And when you put a convex edge on one of these, going from a hollow into a wide convex, like you see how wide that edge bevel is, you get a really, really aggressive cut for, if say you're doing meat processing, or you're skinning out or cutting up meat, or just anything. Like say you're processing meat at the house. They are great knives for field stuff like that. They are definitely a worker knife. My buddy Rich, he's a lineman. He has a small fixed blade Anza. He carries it all the time, and it's a cutting animal. It's a beast. And you can't beat that for $150. You know, $50. I saw $56. Most of their stuff was between $50 and $150. Not a bad price range for a quality handmade knife. And here's the thing: just like Fiberlight fire starters, right? Just like everything that Hiking with a Viking is putting up on his giveaway, it's an American-made product. Made right here in San Diego, California, out East County area. I've been there. Talked to Charlie himself, gentleman from Ohio, really nice guy. He's from Ohio, first of all. He's a knife maker, second of all, so you know there's got some weirdness about him. We're all knife makers. We're all weird. There's something fundamentally broken and wrong with all of us. And the fact that he's also from Ohio, that's like, just compound it, double the weirdness. So, guys, that's it. Down below is a join for the memberships. Hopefully by the time this video actually goes live, I'm gonna do this as a scheduled video. I'm not going to put this up today. Everything will be up and loaded. It's gonna probably go up sometime, say Sunday the 19th. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday this video is gonna go up so that I have time to get some sharpening done and then shoot other videos and have them like trickle in, so it's not such like, oh, I've gotta shoot like 3 videos today and then get them done and get them out. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try and do that stuff. You'll see some stuff from Nico. So what I was saying is that the join button down there, hopefully I'm gonna have my second tier. I had originally announced I was just doing a $15 tier and then that was gonna be it. And then I realized, you know what, it's not that hard to set up another tier. So what you have is a baseline membership, then you have the premium tier. So baseline membership, you're gonna get shout outs and videos. If you join a live feed, when you first join, I'll keep a list of how many people have joined in between videos, but you'll get a shout out for everyone that's joined as a member when they join, unless it becomes a large number and then it gets unwieldy, then we'll figure out. But anytime you join a live feed, you get a shout out during a live feed. There'll be member only live. So that's the baseline is just, you get a badge, you get a call out, you get a shout out. And anytime you join a members only live feed, you'll get you'll be given that. But anytime you join any live feed, Jesus, it's your head straight, Mike. Anytime you join any live feed, you immediately get a shout out because your badge and everything will show up. And then you'll have access to member only live feeds. All of the behind the scenes stuff, like I said in the video before, all the behind the scenes stuff, that's all saved for the premium tier. So yeah, there we go. I finally got it all out. It messes my brain. Migraine medicine messes with my brain, but at least my head doesn't hurt. So yeah, that's it, guys. I love you all. Like I said, I'll put the stuff in the corners. There's gonna be a link. So let's see here. There still will be a Patreon link down in this corner. There'll be a subscription link here. And then over here, there's gonna be a video that YouTube thinks you like. Possibly I might pick a video this time. And then down here is going to be a link to Hiking with a Viking, so that I can get that down there, so that David still, we have not reached the threshold for his membership for the giveaway we're doing on his channel. Keep in mind, I have 2 giveaways. They probably will already be done by the time this video goes up, but I'm going to continue to try to do giveaway stuff. This is gonna be an everyone giveaway before too long. I'm gonna do another giveaway of my stuff. This is that Smith & Wesson M&P, or this one. I have not decided which one's gonna go next. So, yep, a couple giveaways on the channel, and then I have a high dollar giveaway that's gonna be more reserved for the membership tiers, but you know, we'll evaluate how I'm going to do that later. So, guys, I love you. I hope you're enjoying the content. Look out for stuff that Nico's putting up. I'm gonna talk to him about, you know, what kind of stuff he just wants to put up. And then I will be putting things in the community tab. Look for posts in the community tab on my channel. So go to my channel, find the community tab, and I'm going to be putting stuff up there like videos, what do you guys want to see, links to other stuff that is adjacent to my channel, like maybe some stuff that Nico's dad has put up, things like that. There'll be links to all that stuff in the comments. So if you don't go to my YouTube channel main page and look on the community tab, you're gonna miss some stuff. So that's just as simple. That's how I'm gonna get announcements at. If you're a member, that's where you're gonna find your links to your exclusive content. Messages will go to specific tiers. That's where you're gonna find announcements about member-only stuff is in that community tab. And if you're not paying attention to that, you're gonna miss content. So guys, I have pontificated long enough. I will see you guys in the next video. I love you. I'm just not sure what that video is gonna be or when it goes up. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time. And of course, once again, my watch decided to stop being connected to my camera. So now I have to do this. Jeez, technology. That silly bum, he can't figure out how to work his camera. Thinks he's gonna manage tears.